Do you avoid, annoy, or entice your prospects? Remember, marketing and sales need to coexist. So we're going to ask you a quick question. Are you guilty of this most common mistake? Simply just take a minute and correct it. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of online marketing. We help our clients with education towards understanding marketing in general, having a strategy in how to entice quality leads, as well as implementing whether we're creating websites ourselves with our partners or with your own programmers. But the emphasis is to grow your business with more quality leads, with the more and quality leads all going side by side. And what happens is we want you to have a plan. Simple items that take a minute or two to understand and fix, and others that may take months or quarters or a year to implement. The key aspect is we go out of our way to attempt to get leads over a period of time. Here is an example of a client who they're very diversified as a remodeling contractor doing all forms of kitchens, bathrooms, whole home remodeling, and so forth. They're already booking for the spring of 2022, which is fantastic. However, even though we've gotten to a point where their marketing has gotten them so many opportunities, that does not mean that they don't want to set expectations for 3 months out, 6 months out, and so forth. So, what we want to do, the analogy is, we never know who's going to contact you next. And just like you going to a store, many times you'll drive over to a store and find out that, sorry, we're closed. And that is one quick way of knowing that the store is not open. But a better way is to have a sign that says, sorry, we're closed, setting the tone, but also giving additional information to what their business hours are so it entices you to come back. So they're setting the tone while simultaneously inviting you to come back when they're open. So the sign on the left, while informative that they're not currently taking business, the sign on the right says the same thing, but also lets them know when you can come back to continue to do business. So what we want you to realize is we all probably, if you're good at what you do, you're probably and you should be busy. And if you're not, then your marketing is really has taken a backseat for too long. And you could reach out to my online toolbox, but that's a separate issue. But let's go under the assumption that you are busy. The future prospect who's going to reach out to you is going to reach out to you one of a few ways. And a great way might be via the phone. The reason why we're using that old flip phone is regardless of the phone itself and how old it is, we still are also using voicemail. Many contractors are repetitively guilty of not even listening to their message for an extended period of time. So the first thing we want you to do is realize you have a future customer, an ideal customer who's coming your way. They're going to reach out to you anywhere between the time right now while you're listening to this video, or possibly when you're busy on a job site, a Saturday, a Sunday, nighttime, morning. It really doesn't matter. But when they call you, that does not mean just because you're busy that they may not be a good customer 1 month out, 3 months out, even 6 months out. So first, take a moment to make believe you were a prospect calling yourself and just simply listen to the message. And number two, ensure that you can leave a response in the first place because it's unbelievable how many people continue to have voicemail boxes, both business and on their cell phones, that don't allow a message to be left in the first place. And if it's a future prospect, let alone a good future prospect, you're going to turn them off because they simply can't connect with you, so they're going to go elsewhere. And when you listen to the message, remember there's two separate steps. First, set the tone, and separately, set expectations. How you speak allows people to get a sense of who you are. So you could make a comment and say, hey, we're in the field right now, leave a message. Or you could say, hello, welcome to ABC Remodeling. We're currently in the field right now servicing other clients, and we're currently booking for 2 to 3 months out. Please leave a detailed message on how we could help you. We will contact you back and schedule accordingly. Obviously, there's different services and different types of messages, but we do have so many diverse clients that depending on what they do between roofing, remodeling, new home building, what you want to do is take your message and be as diplomatic as possible. Tell as much of the truth as possible, as well as when do you plan to get back to people. And so when you leave the right message and the right tone, keep in mind that your competitors are probably as equally as guilty as the same topic. So just take a moment and reflect that in how you express yourself and what the details of those messages are. This is my online toolbox reminding you to never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Please like us on our Facebook page. Please subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.